Hey everybody, welcome to this week's Star Report. This is Jason here at New Dimensions Crystals and Reiki in downtown Breno, Texas. And today's Star Report is for July the 16th through July the 22nd, 2025. And we start with the sun. The sun has been quiet. There was that big, large coronal hole, but it did not cause too big of a solar storm. Oh, that sounds a lot better. And so that coronal hole has gone away, and the plasma stream that comes out of it has started to die down. So you might be feeling a little bit of low energy because the sunspots, there are a few, are not currently active. So they're not flaring. So you might be feeling low energy. So when the sun doesn't broadcast, you don't get any of the receiving. Not that the sun turns off like a light, but usually we start to feel the differences in it when these little storms are moving through. There is a large coronal hole center disk, not quite as large as the one that just left, but it will be in the center of the sun as it turns in. That should be here over the weekend. So the sun, as of now, looks like it's quiet, but of course, sunspots can develop and flares can happen. So pay attention to that. But definitely towards the weekend, when that coronal hole gets here, increase in seismic activity, a little bit of pressure, and then just in general, there's been studies released over the past couple of months, which shows the correlation between heart issues or heart changes with the solar waves that come through. And then, of course, the intensity of those increasing with the lowering of the magnetic field that protects us as the poles continue to shift. Yeah, so nice, calm energy. It feels so low energy around here. My hair's still a little funky stuff. Um, we're currently in the sign of Cancer. That's going to be here in the breast area, the stomach, and the spleen. So you might be feeling usually you're going to feel a detox of these kinds of things, maybe an active sort of pressure. Sometimes you could have some pain, but that really just sort of means that you have a blockage in those areas. And those can be activated during the Cancer season for those sections. We are, by the end of the week, going to be moving into Leo. Those of us who watch a report, or those of us who are paying attention to sensitive energies, can sort of anticipate those things. And so if you're starting to feel like you need to just get out of here, get something done. Leo does affect the heart and our motor nerves, so that's the ability to sort of act. You want to think of actually the Lion, the Leo, there to sort of clean house, keep things in order. And so that's why they always call it lion-hearted, right? So that energy of you're going to dominate your world or clear out the things that don't need to go there, and you got to go now. You feel stagnant. That combined with that shift coming and the low energy of the sun, it might be a little bit agitating. I wouldn't say it causes anxiety, but it's going to cause this like I need to be doing something. This sort of, which I guess sometimes people experience as anxiety, but just sort of pay attention to that energy as we sort of shift through the week. That'd be like Tuesday into Wednesday. Wednesday's when the calendar says we've gone there, but of course things shift a little slower and over longer periods of time. We are currently in some one, two, three, four retrogrades this week. One coming tomorrow or over the next couple days. And so the first one is Pluto, and Pluto is always asking us to look at our old wounds or what wounded us and sort of grow from that. But it's really not to denigrate or to hold back, but we understand those old wounds so we can gain power from the things that didn't get us. They tried to get us, but they didn't, kind of thing. And then really it's about integrating that power into your sort of repertoire, right? And rather than keeping them hidden, keeping them shame around them, stuff like that. So Pluto's great. Pluto will be in retrograde till October. So no rush, but also it's going to be a bit, it's going to be a minute. Neptune, currently in retrograde till December. In Neptune, planet of water, way out there, deep spiritual. We always associate water with spiritual energy. And so we want to think when Neptune is in retrograde, we're going to be in sort of a deep discovery mode, this awakening, spiritual awakening. We're going to start to understand or examine or discover more things about our spiritual core. Who are we? What's the nature of the soul? If there are assignments we're supposed to be doing or things that we wanted to be here to accomplish, those things sort of come to the surface and it really sort of expands our awareness and our intuition, right? Maybe our sixth sense, where we're understanding more not necessarily based on evidence or knowledge, but by knowing. So pay attention for that to be. And then during Neptune retrogrades, we also have usually, if you are a dreamer, we have increased dream activity. And really, that's going to be increase in dream recall. And then also the vividness of the dreams is usually a thing. Sometimes the clarity of the dreams, like, hey, I know exactly what this is and what's happening, and you interact with it. You want to think that the barrier between regular dreaming and lucid dreaming is weaker or thinner during this time. Like I said, that'll be till December, which makes perfect sense because December and all the stuff about the winter solstice and darkness. And so we're in this darkness. We're having these great dreams. Anyway, moving on. Saturn is going to be continue to be in retrograde until November. And Saturn, sometimes the taskmaster, but it's really about taking accountability. A lot of times, solopreneurs really sort of like, hey, if you're not going to get it done, it ain't going to get done kind of energy. And just sort of accountability that you actually do have control over your life in things that seem hopeless or choiceless. There's a choice to continue or not continue with that choice, even though you don't know what you might be doing instead. A lot of times during Saturn with this accountability, when we take accountability, sometimes we gain recognition for somebody who is genuine and knows their own stuff. But we're also going to see with Saturn in retrograde till November, a lot of synchronicities and sort of divine timing, right? It's kind of like when you're on fumes and gas and you didn't know a gas station, you couldn't find one, and all of a sudden one appears. This is sort of synchronicity I'm talking about, and the alignment what sort of happens with Saturn in retrograde. And then a lot of times during Saturn, when we're taking accountability, all of a sudden we have new habits because we've taken accountability and we've just sort of added a line item of things to do and things that we're accountable for and things that we notice because of the retrograde or because of actually participating. We notice those things that we do have good results, and so we sort of add them to the things. We might as well keep doing that if we're going to keep getting these good results. So that's what happens in Saturn retrograde. And then of course tomorrow we start to move into Mercury retrograde. We've been in the pre-shadow, so you've probably been already experienced this. Travel, communication, sometimes difficult, always cautionary tales during this time to pay attention to contract labor, contracts in general. And then the main thing that everybody sort of has is sort of a change in routine or schedule, whether this is you're finding it difficult to wake up 6 a.m. and you wake up at 7 a.m. to go to the gym instead, right? So something like that might be the sort of shift. And sometimes that's just a perspective, right? Anybody who's been up super early in the morning or up super late at night sort of notices that the world is slightly different, and you experience it in a different way if you're out past everybody going to bed or if you're up before everybody wakes up. Those kinds of things is what really is in the shift. And so here we are today, Wednesday, the 16th of July 2025, and today's energy is really going to be dominated by Venus. And so Venus is really, I don't say it's going to be triggering today, but Venus is having us longing for, seeking, or vibrating with the sort of peace, beauty, love, all the things of Venus, planet of love. But that's going to be sort of in contrast to what we might be watching, unless you're not watching anything. With what's going on in the world, right? So it's going to cause this tension with what you're seeking and what you see as available choices, or what you see that people are seeking that aren't in line with those choices in the outer world. And so I guess a consolation would be perhaps we don't know that the choices that are external to ourselves may be leading to the same end of beauty, love, and peace. We'll see. All right, moves us into Thursday, the 17th of July, 2025. And when we get there, we start the Mercury retrograde. And usually, of course, Mercury planets don't move on a dime, but it's going to be over the next 24 to 45 hours. Just sort of, like I said in the opening, with the retrogrades, Mercury is about travel, communication. And when it goes in retrograde, it's like, where should we be going? Where have we been? A lot of times people from where we've been sort of return to like want to check out and see if we learned the lesson. we'll learn the lesson. If we're going to try again, go like, maybe it's different this time. Maybe not. So yeah, pay attention to that energy on Thursday. It's a good day to have it on Thursday, although it sort of lingers. So you might be like, hey, this person popped up. I think I'm going to go hang out with them on the weekend. Okay. It's your life. I'm just giving you the guidance and the bumper guards about the energies that will be flowing and things that are likely to happen because of that energy, because we are energetic bodies, and those energetic bodies start to align with the energy that surround us. And then the more people that align with certain energies, of course, those also start to govern what's going on. So being around large groups of people, sometimes you take on the or the hey of the room. So pay attention to that while you're out reuniting on Friday. Friday, the 18th of July, 2025, Moon moves into Taurus. And really, Friday is going to be the opportunity to sort of increase your money, whether this is you saved something, didn't have to spend something, a bill was cheaper, right? That idea that there's a net benefit. This isn't, hey, I'm going to save money. Look at all these things I bought on sale. That's not saving money. Unless they're going to help you, in your job or something like that. But just sort of pay attention to that. Moon is also going to be squaring to Pluto, and that sort of energy you want to pay attention to. Or having all this opportunity is also might trigger a little bit of aggression, right? So that might be acting hastily. That also might give you that sort of Lord of the Rings energy of Gollum, like this is mine. So in that snatching, right? And once you start to get to like this is mine in tightness, right? The flow starts to decrease. And then also Mercury and Venus line up on Friday. And that's what I was talking about. I was like, hey, Mercury retrograde. But also on Friday, you get that alignment with Mercury and Venus of that communication from somebody probably romantically from the past, or from the past who was never romantic, but is like, hey, let's be romantic. I think those ones might be okay. But redoing romance that didn't work the first time, unless you've both done some significant changes, maybe not jump right into that on Friday. Moves us into Saturday, the 19th of July, 2025. And what's happening on the 19th? Moon's trining Mars. And so Saturday, you might be feeling super motivated with that energy sort of lining up. Uh, uh, with that sort of motivation, like, hey, I can, drive 6 hours to get somewhere. Remember, we're in Mercury retrograde, and sort of the energy, excuse me, might be about difficulty traveling, right? So you want to think of weather, traffic, unplanned stops, car troubles, all those kinds of things. So pay attention on Saturday, just sort of like double check everything if you do have to be traveling, that you got all the stuff and all the ability to fix and have people collaborate with you to get to where you're going. Moves us to Sunday, the 20th, 2025. What are we doing there? Oh, the sun is sextiling the moon. And it's really just sort of going to increase. I'll say it. It's going to increase laziness, like passivity, like, oh, I could totally do this, but I don't want to. But also, hey, a bunch of stupid shit's happening, and I'm just going to be passive about it because it doesn't matter, right? So it could be both ways. Mental focus is going to be up, right? So sometimes this sort of passivity is really, we could use that energy of passivity to plan all the things we're going to do when we actually have the energy. And so you want to think of that's not a procrastination, that is optimization of the energy of the cosmos. And you're going to sit there on Sunday and do nothing but plan. And then one of the other good things with that energy sort of lining up is going to be it might be a good day to visit family. So if you have tradition of Sunday dinners, or you want to start one, or you haven't seen somebody in the family in a long time, Sunday's a good day to do it. Monday the 21st, we move into Gemini. The moon moves into Gemini and aligns with Mercury, and so it'd be a good day if you are in the business, of marketing, right? Whether that's yourself or something that you sell, it's a good day for sort of marketing. Whether that alignment is that you're going to communicate well, or that people are going to be receiving well, is up to the universe to decide. So just sort of pay attention that if you've been thinking about, hey, maybe that's what you're going to plan on Sunday as your new marketing campaign. Leads us to Tuesday, the 22nd, 2025, last day of the report. Did I skip a day? I don't feel like I skipped a day. Yeah, we're on Tuesday. Sun moves into Leo over the day, so that we can be in Leo by Wednesday. Um, you're going to want to eat light for whatever reason. Digestion slows during those alignments of the day. And that sort of rest where you're not taxing your body with all the food we normally eat might increase sort of clarity in vision stuff. And that clarity is really going to help you sort of see decisions or choices or options that you have to do even more money gains, right? So it's a really good week for abundance, really good week for signs that are all about abundance, Taurus. So pay attention to that energy. I think I ain't got nothing left else on the page. If you are having difficulties, whatever, come by the shop, downtown Brenham, Texas. If you need to book a session, work out this energy that's not coming out with meditation and focus and nutrition, by all means, let's get you on the table and do a cleanse or something else if you've already been here. But definitely, if you're just sort of feeling under it, the cleanse sessions or newdimensionscrystals.com, sign up for that. I think that's everything. It's definitely almost time for me to open the shop. I'm taping right up till the time we're open the shop. I think that's everything. Like I said, check the website. Not a lot of updates on there, but the function of booking a session is still there. And of course, I'm going to find the button that says stop recording, and I'm going to wish all of you, until next week, everybody, many blessings. Oh, button went away. It's still here.